What's good, man? It's your boy A1 from Stars Gaming. In this video, man, I'm just gonna break down kind of like what's going on with MUT, how to get your MUT team up, salary cap mode, different things, kind of level up your game, help your team out, just to kind of just give you an advantage over your opponents. I'm gonna kind of break down my MUT team and give you guys a rundown of what's going on, how I kind of like to do things on the offensive end and then on the defensive end, and I'll get into some other stuff. Okay, so up top, with me, man, I'm all about having like if I have any spare cap, obviously the cap's up top. That's 775. That's the cap for the salary cap. Um, Salary cap game mode is head to head over there, head to head over. So for you newer players that are trying to get into this, um, this is salary cap. Obviously, you want to try to work your way up for like the leaderboards. This is in order to qualify for salary cap for the Madden Club Championship. You want to make sure you're in your top six if you're doing the salary cap or you're working weekend league. I'm personally not a weekend league person because I don't like having a bunch of cards to do weekend league. I rather have like a certain amount of cards that I use just to play the main modes and during the MCS tournaments and things like that. So that's salary cap. So let's get down to the team real quick so you guys have an idea of pretty much what's going on. And then pretty much what I do to give me an advantage to get me like up in the top 100 and be able to qualify. Much better than I did last year. Some things that I made mistakes on last year was that I didn't have the chemistries in. I didn't have a sprinter. I didn't have lockdown. I kind of just had guys in random positions, not knowing what the chemistry were. As is my first year, it's kind of had to learn on the go. And you don't see people putting out videos necessarily because of the fact that they don't want to give you an advantage. So in this video, I'm trying to give you guys advantage of pretty much what's going on, and so you guys have an idea of what you can do and what you cannot do. So what I like to do is I like to use, you see my salary cap, we have 15 go deep, and then we have 20 lockdown, and then we also have 20 sprinter, and then we have some team chemistries as well. Kansas City Chiefs is our other one. That gives you like upper strength up top. So we have like when you have tier one, it's just upper strength. You're not really gonna find that many great players on one team. If you try to, if some spare guys you can put them in, then go ahead and put them in. But if not, it's all good. So yeah, we have upper strength, so like tier one strength. Then we have sprinter. Sprinter is super important for any type of salary cap team, just because of the fact that it gives you an advantage. As you can see, we have tier three sprinter. That means we got 2 plus acceleration, 1 plus speed, and then negative 1 straight note, negative agility, which is fine. The 2 acceleration, 1 speed, that gives you it gives you advantage, and people don't even realize it, but it gives you advantage for the guys that have it. So to get those, you have to make sure that you have sprinter for pretty much your whole entire team. For the most part, you gotta have power up guys. You gotta have power up cards like these or whatnot. You're not gonna be able to have the best of players if you're gonna be having these sprinters and things like that. Just because of the fact you're able to fit the cap in for everybody. Um, I can see we got 83 Tyron Smith. Go deep. We have tier 3 go deep. That's 15 players. And the thing about when it comes to like the chemistries, you want to make sure that the chemistries all line up with each other. Your players have to be in the proper position in order to use the chemistry. That's what I messed up on last year. I had players all over the line of scrimmage. I had like maybe multiple right tackles at guard, and I wasn't able to utilize the chemistries that gave me a little bit of advantage. It's not a really big advantage, but like it is an advantage. Like you don't need, but it's just like it's important to have. Like okay, for example, look at Patrick Mahomes. Um, we have go deep tier whatever tier three. That gives us 89 throw power and then throw accuracy deep 85. Normally we would not have that, but because we're able to have go deep 15 tier three, that gives us an advantage. We have Bo Jackson, for example. His typical speed would be 88, but because we have the power up, we have the sprinter on him. That allows us to boost his speed up to 89, acceleration up to 89, giving us a little bit of advantage so he can have a little bit more breakaway speed. That salary cap man team is purely its speed. It's a decent online, not the best online, but we have our captain and Sir Rodney Hudson, and our guards and tackles are pretty much equal across the board. And then we're super. We don't want a battle line, but we have an okay line, just good enough. I'm pretty sure it will drop once like we get like a Vic or something, and like the cap goes up. If not, we can always drop superstar abilities and then whatnot. But the superstar abilities kind of just an add-in, just because of the fact I just have nowhere else really to put anything unless I'm trying to spend more money, which I'm not trying to do. So we got our O line; they're pretty decent. They have sprinter tier 3 sprinter on each of the O linemen, and we have go deep on each of those guys. That gives us an advantage. Um, and then we have for our tight end. I personally don't. Oops, messed up, you guys. I personally don't like. I don't like slow tight ends because I like to run PA cross, and the slower tight ends slow up like the crossing route. So I like to have like a faster guy, somewhat at tight end. So Evan Ingram, he gets the job done, and then what makes him good is the fact that he's producing. So I had Travis Kelsey, for example, but Travis Kelsey wasn't producing, so it's just like I gotta cut you. It's just kind of like real life. If you're not producing on my team, you gotta go. For the most part, my old line is solidified. I'm not making no cuts on the offensive line. They do what they need to do, my big boys. But from the skill position standpoint, if you're not producing, then you gotta go, man. Like it is what it is. It's cutthroat, but it's just like I gotta cut you, man. So I cut Travis. I brought in Evan Ingram. He's been productive for me. Tyreek Hill has been nothing but productive for me. The 91 speed is efficient. You can't get no better than that. Like I think he's the fastest guy in the game compared to Marvin Harrison. So I can't wait till his other cards come out. But he's got tier 3 spinner, go deep. So he's pretty. He gets the job done as well. Patrick D. Marco, our fullback, he gets the job done just because of the fact that he's got gold 11 cap, one of the lower fullbacks. So you can have him in there with 11 cap to come in there and add like a chemistry in for the go deep. Patrick Mahomes, we got superstar ability on him too. If we need to drop that out and then just have like him as basic Patrick Mahomes, we can do so. But the fact is, we kind of spare. So when it's time to upgrade somebody, then we'll be sure to take that superstar ability out to add someone in. Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson is a beast. I'll just put it out there like that. Before I had Philip Lindsay, smaller back, I brought in Bo Jackson. I had to cut Philip Lindsay, brought in Bo Jackson. He's been productive, helping me win games since guys like to run too high because of the fact that we have tons of speed out here. I'm waiting to get my Torrey Holt. I'm pretty sure he comes in maybe at level 50 or 49. But he's been productive too. Nothing but productive. He can run the deep ball. He can run routes. So once he gets to 90, he has his 91 speed. He's going to be efficient as well, even more. And with the go deep in the tier 3 sprinter. Myra Harrison, he's a goon. This is a goon right here. Straight goon. I had to get rid of Julio Jones. Actually, brought him in. I was kind of skeptical, but then I was like, you know what? I'm bringing him in. He's got 91 speed. I probably have the fastest receivers. In Mutt, once I get Torrey Holt to like a 90, I'm gonna have the damn near the fastest receivers in back end. So offense end, what's the spread option? We like to go fast. We like to run the RPO. We like to run a little read option. Occasionally, with Patrick Mahomes, not really a lot, but this is our offense. It's speed, fast speed. O lineman's on point. Our best O lineman obviously is the center, just because of the fact that he's the general on the O line, and then you need to have. I think it's important to have a solid center, and everybody else on the board is pretty solid when it comes to cross. We'll drop guys down if we need to for cap purposes. Going to the defense end, I have lockdown. That's my tier right now, and we're filled with lockdown guys out here. The whole entire D is filled with lockdown, other than our left cornerback over here, cornerback 1. 2+ catch, tackling, press, man coverage, zone coverage. We're out here. We're really out here. Ken Houston, he's a dog. With the sprint, we have sprinter on him too, so he's 88 speed, faster than normal. 6'3", straight banger, enforcer. He does what he needs to do. He gets the job done. As you can see, this guy's a goon. He's been nothing but productive for me. I made a change by putting Boye out and then adding in Ken Houston. He's been nothing but productive. I like to come out on a base 3-4. As you can see, my defense is base 3-4. I like to put Ramsey. He's normally like an 87. I haven't bumped up to 89 with the lockdown chemistry in the sprinter. I like to put him at free safety for my 3-4 defense because the fact that this guy is a ball hawker and he can come down and he can lay the wood too as well. And he can play man and man up different guys and get creative. And 6'1". So I got Jalen Ramsey, Ken Houston, and then Pat P. He's a solid corner for me. The thing about Pat P is that Pat P is a 6'1" corner. His next card is probably going to be Savage. It's not even going to be fair. Man coverage is pretty solid. He's overall a cool corner, but I like tall corners that are smart, that get the job done. Brandon Maybang, he's there for just the purposes of chemistry purposes with the lockdown. Selton, same thing. Maybe if we need him on 4th down, the goal line, bring him in. Um, he's just in because to fill in some cap for the 14. Other than that, I'll have a 10 cap in there, so he's fine. And then Marshawn Lattimore is a goon too. Um, you'd be surprised. You really be surprised. He's got 89 speed, and then he has pretty good solid man coverage, so he can man up pretty much anybody. He has the speed to run it with about anybody on the field. So he's an important factor. I got rid of what's his name, Murphy from the Ravens, their cornerback, and then brought in Marshawn Lattimore. Like I said, I cut guys if they're not being productive, or I see someone a little better opportunity. I see other guys' teams. I'm like, okay, like I kind of like him. Let me make a little switch up, and that's some things that I like to do. Check out other guys' team. As soon as you guys enter a game, like go ahead and like check out their depth chart and then see what they have. Like, oh, okay, like oh, I can add him in and see what the cards. Okay, like I can just upgrade him and then get rid of him. Like that's what I like to do. Lots of a big time how I like switch my teams up tonight. So we got Jalen Ramsey, Lattimore on the D line. We got some goons, big boys up front. We had a 90 DeMarcus Lawrence, but we had to get rid of him in order to make sure that we had the sprinter on every single body and to be able to lower the cap. So we got 87 Lawrence, we got Big Fletcher Cops up front, and then Brandon Graham. They can run in the 3-3-5. They can run in the 3-4 for me. They've done nothing but these D linemen are here have had nothing but productive for me throughout salary cap. Lawrence Taylor, he's been nothing but productive for me. Kurt Robertson, he's a cap filler. We're here with the lockdown D. Eric Murray, I throw him in there on occasion on like my dollar package. I throw him in there to go in there and make some plays. So he's pretty solid. So he comes in there on 3rd down. He makes pretty good, solid plays. I've been using Raven Green just a little bit. He's a little bit more faster, so he's been going in there too as well. Cesar's a goon. Goes out there and makes plays. I don't think he'll ever be replaced. And then Deion Jones is he's a solid goon too. Bar. So we got speed. We got speed at the linebacker position. Like we were 83, 86. 87 actually with the bump up. He's got 84 speed, Lawrence Taylor. So we got speed out there for our linebackers, so we're fine. Dion, Shazier, Anthony Barr, Lawrence Taylor. So we're good. Like this is our team. Obviously we got a kickers and things of that nature, but this is my salary cap team. It's important that you get your chemistry unlocked. The way you get chemistry is making sure that you have the proper chemistries on each of your players and they're in the right positions. So make sure you guys continue to tune in. Again, this is my salary cap team. I hope you guys realized and looked at the chemistries. Look at tier 4, lockdown, 20, whatever you like to do. Maybe you want tier 4 on, go deep. It's all up to you, pretty much how you want to do things. Sprinter, it's all chemistries are super important. I know they have the new X Factors abilities and whatnot, but make sure you have your chemistries in there to give you guys a little upper hand. You'd be surprised at what it can do. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Your boy A1 is out.